live? Maybe? Maybe? It's not saying I'm live. There it goes.
I'm alive. I don't know about the rest of you. I am definitely alive.
Just drop the quality down to 160p because we look so much better in non-high definition. There we go.
All right. Except for Dion. Here we go. Apparently, I've pulled out my microphone.
I was going to say. Dropping down your video quality shouldn't deal with your audio quality as well. Your voice has changed.
We're that advanced. We have the technology.
I mean, I think it proves that Bert is a robot. He dropped his quality down and immediately his voice changed. So
that's what she said.
Test.
Nope.
No, you sound exactly the same. Hi there, welcome to ultra professional streaming here at Steel Murder.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, but you sound very, very different from how you did a moment ago.
Are you speaking through your little tin can with a string microphone?
I'm not supposed to be, but I might be. Let's find out.
Test.
There you
go.
That's better, yeah.
Back to your usual dulcet tones.
There we go. Apparently that was picking up the camera microphone, which is crap. Okay, well, I guess we're playing a game tonight. This is not the Old Man Rails at New Technology podcast and video stream. So that must mean we're playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. We are playing an old man version, the BX version, or you can get it as the new style as BX Essentials. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, we're playing a game. Richard, who are you playing tonight?
Hi there, I am Richard, and I am playing somebody who is definitely not an old man, and is in fact called Scribbleshanks, the beautiful, beautiful halfling, who is amazing.
I hear that you can only tell a halfling's age by cutting them in half and counting the rings. So you might be an old man. We don't know. We don't
not
know.
willing to let you cut me in half and then count the resulting rings that fall out of my pockets in order to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could just take the rings out of my pockets, and then you would know. But
But then you wouldn't get the thrill of cutting in half a halfling. I mean, yeah.
It's only thrilling for one half of the equation. The people involved in that.
The most important half. Jameis, who you got?
Playing an elf priest by the name of Galen Rahal. I actually have no idea what his age is.
It's an elf, he's ageless. That's just how it goes.
Maybe.
Yeah. Dion, who you got?
Hello, tonight I, Dion, am playing Stoltein Reinbach the 7th, level 5 cleric / magic user.
Wow. It's fine until we start the stream, and then he's breaking up again. But we caught most of that, Dion. We only lost a word or two. Have no idea what's going on, but there we go. Yeah, Bill, who you got?
Hi, everybody. I'm Bill. I am playing Radnor the Large. He is a level 9.5 wizard, magic user, and he is very large.
You're only several combats or a village to go before you level.
You're only a genocide away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's that. And Constantine, who you got?
I'm just Jenkins, the local idiot. We'll see how long I live before I die.
Speaking of dying.
Yeah,
you
just lost somebody.
You go, start lying.
I guess someone else will die. Damn.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, well, maybe he's buffering. There he is.
Hey.
Are you back, Dion?
I tried something. We'll see if that fixes it.
Well, that does sound better.
I doubt it, but
no, that sounds better.
Okay.
Assuming you can hear us.
Let's not talk about it. We don't want it to hear what we know.
Okay, well. Oh.
Does that mean now we can scream ads at you? This is great.
The StreamYards is exactly that. It's just one giant advertisement. for a
Buy my book.
yeah.
don't know.
That's it. Okay, guys. So last session, you're investigating this swath of very odd, both death and chaotic growth of vegetation that's just cutting a swath through your domain, Stoltheim, leading you to this area, this large area of broken hills, where recently, either through excavation or earth movement of some sort, some caves and caverns were exposed, including those that seem to have been modified by people. Building structures within the hills. Yeah, we'll call it that. And while exploring one of them, you're faced with the Bane of Radnar, particular flying beasties that killed Radnar the first time around, and a wyvern, which you just turned the lights out on and went flying away without any combat whatsoever. Lucky you. And a mage that apparently was interred, buried, put aside here beneath this hill, who's decided that he's going to show himself. He asked Stoltheim will be safe to do so. Stoltheim gave him the affirmative. And so now he appears. It appears as an older man, very gaunt, tired, and a little malnourished looking, but not undead. Definitely living. Wearing very old style clothing with, very abused, holes well worn, that sort of thing. He looks very tired, very worn. Yeah, that's where we ended. So he speaks Draconic and he speaks Sylvan. Does not know the local trade tongue. Does not know Trolladarin. Some of you can communicate various ways.
Point in my mouth. Hungry. That's as far as we can communicate. All right.
That means something entirely different in his culture, and the golden showers begin.
Hey now.
Fortunately, I am nowhere near the rest of the party. We were over at the side there. Didn't come to the.
Yes,
place where
so
he
some of you
currently
are
is.
inside
knows?
of the burial chamber, and Stoltheim, you were outside where he appeared to you out here. So we'll just take it up there. So Stoltheim, you're on the outside with him because you didn't want to potentially be buried inside of the crypt, mausoleum, whatever the building is. But it's not very deep in there. You've got an entryway, and then going down, descending a little bit into the grave area proper. Right. So yeah, he's appeared. Still speaking in Sylvan. He says,
That's
you
fine.
do not know the signs. You don't know the portents or forthcomings. How long has it been?
Since do you know the year that you were interred?
He tells you a number that makes no sense because, of course, their calendars are not the same as yours.
Do I see Scrimbleshanks? Are you nearby? Or?
Depends. Does Scribbleshanks want to be seen? He's awfully difficult to find when he doesn't want to be seen.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not a thief. Yeah, I can pop out and like. Hi, here I am.
What year is it?
What?
What year is it?
In which calendar? There are many calendars, and it's very interesting how everybody around here does the different denotes the passing of time around
this
land
area.
Well, it's I don't know what it is.
The local area.
Richard doesn't know what it is, but I'm certain that Shanks would have at least an idea of what year it is. I don't know. The glorious king has been ruling for X years.
I don't think anyone knows the actual year, sir.
Actually, I have it written down when we're starting, and then kind of keeping it going as we're playing because something happens in certain years in the timeline. I'm trying to find my notes. Here we go. Found the events anyway. It's going to take too long to sort through this, but yeah, you tell him the date, which again means nothing
Yes,
to
tell
him.
him
But
what year it is.
as Scribbleshanks appears, stepping out of some nearby vegetation, which he hides in very well. He doesn't start. He doesn't even seem to. It does not seem that a hen is anything odd to him in the least. He says, "Some time must have passed. Are your Nithian masters not about?"
Do I know what that means?
You have heard the word Nithian in this group a few times. Does Grimbleshake speak Sylvan?
I know that. No. I translate
Okay.
it for him real quick.
I mean, I am. Yes, they're not around. We don't have any. I mean, you know this, right? That's not what you're asking me, right? You want me to tell you
No,
what
that's
is
what he's asking you.
right?
I don't think
Is he asking
Stoltine
me?
knows
tell-
about Nithians very much.
No,
I guess
I'm not
you don't
from
come from here, do you?
Mhm.
You said. Yeah.
No, I'm from Averone.
The fuck is an Averone? That sounds
Nothing
like
important. They speak French there.
Yeah.
Ew, French
Yeah, they
people.
speak French. That's.
Yeah.
They're not French though. I don't know.
Disgusting.
I mean,
I like my
We-
frogs gay, not straight.
It's valid.
no gods, no masters.
Well,
We don't have any at the moment,
So,
so
yeah, I guess I tell the guy, like, here, I can tell you this. The halflings that lived in this area have been, like, bred out, basically. There's no more, like, hen that live here. It's been generations upon generations. He's not from here. I'm not from here. I'm been given this parcel of land for the so many miles around as the lord of this, or reigning duke for a country over this way, and the gods are gone. That's all I know about this place.
He
Sorry.
nods for a moment and says, "Well, I can feel the touch of the Lady of the Hunt upon you and upon one of your companions.
The Lady of the Hunt?
When you say gone, yes,
Wait, you say hunt. I've only heard her called the Lady. By him and me and anybody else. They just say the Lady. The Hunt?
yes, she of the hunt, she of the wild, she of the reddened tooth and claw.
Are you one of her followers too?
No, no.
Okay, good, because like I listen, I made a pact, but I didn't expect for all of her followers on the dark side to be absolutely batshit crazy, and it's been driving me insane.
She was one of the gods that created the seal. You say she's gone?
At least not nearby. Elsewhere, it's very hard to reach her.
He nods for a minute and kind of talking to himself. You get the idea he's not talked to anyone in a while. So he's kind of sounding out his thoughts in his head, but he's keeping it in the Sylvan tongue. It's like, the jail keepers have fled. Perhaps the locks have sprung before their time. Tell me,
another tomb that
Who is your
someone
king?
popped out of. Duke Stefan. Right? Is that well, there's many kings, to be fair. There's many now. All over. Everybody just pops up every other day and says, I'm a king. People get swords out of lakes from some tarts, and like.
To who do you swear blood bond to?
No one that fucking uses a lady out of the lake. That's no way to run a government.
You have no idea what they're saying unless you speak Sylvan.
I just tell them
Sorry.
like blood bonds. Nobody. I mean, I guess the pact with the lady was kind of a blood bond. There was a lot of blood.
He looks very confused. He's like, but you hold blood bonds. How can you not know what they are?
I mean, I'm not. I didn't know that. I mean, it makes sense now that you made a name for it, but I don't know what I'm doing. I used to like dance with fairies in the woods, and next thing I know, there's like planar travel to this land from my land, and there's like plague and cultists and ghouls popping out of the ground like daisies. Don't get me started about the hill giants. Like
it's got like a small half smile is shown on his face. It says, "You're very charming and amusing. Either you're masterful at the game or a complete dunce. I don't
take
know
both.
which."
Thank you.
Is the land prepared for the coming of my master?
What does that entail, and who is your master?
Complete subjugation. All will fall to his blood bonds. You'll all be his chattel, his servants.
I think he's got a couple other deity types to battle that out with, if I'm being honest. I have no idea what's going on in this land. I don't even think the people that live here do.
Inside, Stoltheim's having a conversation. If anyone else speaks Sylvan, you can hear kind of the contents of this conversation. Again, you get the burial chamber that you're in is not very deep or very large, so you can definitely hear the conversation outside. Nothing. You're doing absolutely nothing.
I can't think of anything. Ragnar, you're muted, but I think you know that already. I think they both know they're muted.
I had some brilliant things I was doing, but now I've completely forgotten it.
Scribbleshanks, do you speak the native language? The native people language around here.
Trolladarin.
Yeah, Trolladarin.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I need to be able to talk to people in order to expound my beautiful stories, yes.
Common is different to Trolladarin.
Yeah, there's trade common. Trolladarin is like the original people that lived here. Dacian is the conqueror, and the name of their tongue as well.
So Scribbleshanks, I'm going to speak in my own language because I'm sorry, I don't understand anything in the Sylvan, so I'm just going to start talking to Scribbleshanks because he's the only company I have right now. Are you a gnome, or are you a halfling, or what are you? I want to know because I don't want to offend you, my good sir.
Wow. Well, the first person who's not wanted to offend me. Or at least said they don't want to offend me. I am a halfling.
You. Halfling! I haven't seen one of you fellas in, like, my entire life, so... Where are you from?
Oh, do you really? Okay, yay! Well, I will explain to you the great journeys that I have undertaken to get here from many, many lands that I have been.
I know Stolheim's having this giant, very important story, but I can't input anything.
Out of character, I really want to know Scrimbleshanks' like legit backstory because I still think Richard's playing a long plot here and I haven't figured it out yet, and I'm gonna be very upset when it's revealed.
By the end of the story, you'll know that Richard's playing the god of the halflings, venerated by thieves everywhere. Though he himself is not a thief.
Well, you know, you don't have to be a thief to steal something. After all, lawyers exist.
Yeah,
But he's not a thief, he's
Politicians
an
exist.
assassin.
Politicians, merchants, military
just-
soldiers.
That's legal stealing.
Yeah, but that's legal and military, like aggressive stealing.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So you have this deep philosophical and political discussion to the side.
Yes, it's funny.
Yeah, Galen, are you doing anything? Or Radnar? You guys are still inside the tomb area, but you hear talking going on. I don't know if either one of you speaks Sylvan. Well, Galen speaks Sylvan.
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, it's his racial language.
I thought Rednor, I don't know. But I thought Rednor was, and we'd actually come out because that's how we knew we spoke Draconic, was Rednor.
No, it was speaking from the candle that was in the room. So
Right.
he was throwing his voice.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Um.
Oh, yeah, we'll come out.
Oh, there's Galen. Hello.
Hey.
He's
so
not so
I'm
bad.
meeting new friend.
He's not so bad.
Yes. Yeah. The Lady of the Hunt is strong in that one.
Oh yeah, he's really good at his job. He kind of
But
inspired me.
But I'll never be strong because XP is just not flowing.
Well, if the ladies champions are here, are you here to free the rest of us?
Can you explain and elaborate on this? Because I don't know what you are talking about.
How could it have left your memories?
I'm not from here. I am from Averone. Did I not tell you about the planar portal I fell through following these assholes?
Okay, so he still is amused by you, but he'll turn to Galen, still speaking in Sylvan. Has she not explained the pact to you?
No.
Yet this one says that she and the rest are gone?
Look sideline there. That's to high for a moment. They're off doing other things at the moment. Leaving
When an
behind
unknown
somebody.
power from ages past ask you about the gods, you don't tell them that they're gone.
There's not gods from where I'm from. I don't know the courtesies and things behind that. I slaughtered a chicken in the woods once. I couldn't do it again. I got sick.
The chicken got sick?
No, I did.
Oh.
It was a cute chicken.
You say that, and then you slaughter an entire family like it's nothing.
They had it coming.
That chicken was innocent.
Oh my god. Amazing.
I completely associate with Stoltheim.
Chicken
All right,
cute,
yeah.
family not.
Yeah, so he looks, he just has a big sigh. I mean, he's definitely looks like he's haggard and weary, and he just kind of sits down on a boulder as he scratches his head. He says, so much time must have passed then. So much time.
Mhm.
The gods are gone. The
Mostly.
Nithians, the entire race, gone?
You keep saying Nithians. Is that a Radnar thing? Radnar, what's a Nithian?
Oh, well, Nithian is... and I'll rattle off what a Nithian is.
I don't know
simply
out of
don't.
character either.
Yeah, so there used to be a race of humanoids that had animal heads.
Okay.
Most of them look very canine in appearance.
Furries. Okay. Got
No,
it.
Faye. It's probably Faye, and well, like Faye all should be, they died out. Like proper Faye
No,
should.
no, I like Stoltheim's spin, because if they were furries, they were of course just mercilessly murdered by the uprising of the common folk. And
But furries have all of the high-paying jobs, and also if they can buy a
It's true.
$2,000 fursuit, they can buy a $20 pipe bomb. They can easily defend themselves.
And yet they don't. So they're dead. Okay, got it. Yes, the Nithians are gone.
Yeah.
long
ago.
gone out of
Yeah.
living memory of even many of the elves.
Yeah,
Oh.
we've heard of the Nithians. Yeah, no, we've come across a few of the.
And elves live for a long
Ruins.
time, right? Like
Not
200
forever, but
years?
for a long time. More than that. There are 300 to 600 years.
This is in character.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Elves are the Galen. They live like 200, right? Right?
No, you should know elves, because elves are basically Sylvan. You know Sylvan.
They were fairies. They're different.
Yeah, in Averone, they were ageless.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't elves live like 750-ish years, or was it 800?
Galen doesn't look a year over
Wow.
725.
Yeah, well, Elrond is over 10,000.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't get enough education. I'm just taking a roundabout guess what I've heard from a book called The Two Towers. Was it called that?
You know, if you have a problem with your education, you should go. I bet your dad has something to do with that. You should go talk to him. Sounds like a jerk.
Nah, well, he's probably dead, or the tribe that got him is probably killed him by now. You shouldn't be fucking other people's wives, especially tribal chief wives.
And this is why we're no threat to whatever your plans are.
So he just looks up, shakes his head, and says, There's much to prepare for. I feel like I've been awoken early. I can't explain myself, but I need to recover my strength first. Do you have meat? I bartered with some farmers for bread and cheese, but meat?
Does it need to be cooked?
Preferably.
Okay. I'm just checking. I don't know.
So, I like how you guys say that while forgetting that there's 2 giant corpses right behind us of the 2.
I was just thinking that. They just got
Yeah.
barbecued too. 2 manticore.
Yeah,
Yeah, just eat some manticore. Who cares?
Those are
Oh,
edible?
they're charcoal at this point, like thoroughly cooked through.
So they're cooked, yeah.
Yeah, charcoal. That's what they are.
To be fair, one body covered the other, so the other one's probably just has some flies on it. You don't mind eating some flies. I've ate maggots before. It's not too bad. You get used to it after a while.
No, those were my pets, my tomb guardians.
I'm sorry.
No matter. I'm sure they're easy to be replaced in this new world. Surely the breeding pits are full. No.
No, those things are monsters to people now, not pets. Sorry that we killed your pets. If I knew and if they didn't try to kill us first, maybe I wouldn't have tried to kill them.
Yeah, why'd you attack us anyway?
They were my guards. You were invading my home. It's as close to a home as I've had for a very long time.
Well, I'm
So
sorry
you
for
didn't
the
attack the
misunderstanding.
farmers.
No, I approached the farmers.
We approached you.
They
Who woke you up?
gave me bread and cheese for very little. Goes around his pocket and he pulls out these like thick, huge gold coins. Mere change.
I haven't seen those that big. Wow.
Shit,
Well, let's
one
tell you
of
about this
those,
thing we
I
got called tax.
Do you have a name that you may remember, hopefully, that I can call you by instead of mysterious magical man from a tomb?
Bob.
Atticus?
Atticus. Okay. Well, Atticus, I'm Stoltine. My friend here is Scrimbleshanks. This is Galen. Over here is Radnor, and that's Jenkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
who-
Scrimbleshanks, make me a wisdom check.
Who wake you up?
Hold on just a second. I want to see if he gets this.
I have pressed the button. Oh, but I need to press the button again on the thing. Success, low success, but success.
When Scrimbleshanks kind of points at you, you assume that you're being introduced. He gives a very formal bow that's correct if you were a king or royalty in the hen, domain. Like you recognize it. You've seen people give honor to one another this way before. It's very formal.
Do I know the correct way to respond to this?
With that wisdom check, yes, you do.
I
The
respond
question
back.
is, because it's very subtle, are you responding as an equal, a lesser, or a better?
Probably.
Well, he works for somebody else, so obviously he is not a king. Well, actually, I don't know, because I don't know what they've been saying.
Exactly.
I will assume that I am the better all the same, so I will respond
Of
as
course.
if I am his better.
Okay, yeah. So you give the proper greeting as if you were his better. Just no expression that comes across from him, but that's how you react. Galen. So Schultheim, do you introduce Galen as
Yeah.
well?
Yep. I go around the circle.
Okay. He has to take like a double take at Galen for a moment. Then he looks at you again. He looks at Galen. He's a little puzzled. And then bows formally to both Jenkins and Radnar as well. And points at Radnar and says, you are a magus?
What language is he speaking in?
Draconic, because he's already addressed Radnar in Draconic.
I nod and answer in the affirmative.
He stares at you for a while too, like he's confused about something. And then it just seems to be too much for him. And he goes back to Stoltheim and Galen and says, why do you represent... You both are champions, she of the green, yet you both... It's as if her presence were split.
Yes, I do believe he is more of the good side, involving the fertility and life, and my side might be more of a darker side of
Good and evil don't quite apply. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't say good and evil.
death and chaos.
I understand the words, but why has she chosen to split her power in such a way? And then looking at Galen and points at you, speaking in Draconic again. And why is the power in you so much different?
Who's he saying it to?
Radnar.
Okay.
Why is the power in me different? Different than what?
Still speaking in Draconic, he says, you speak the language of the Magus, so you must have been taught.
Yes.
Then why is your power? And like he reaches out and he kind of makes this grasping motion. It almost feels like he's taken like a stranglehold of what you can think of it like as your soul It's like he's got it like by the neck. It's just real quick, and he pulls it and kind of lets it go.
I'm gonna make an effort to act like it doesn't bother me.
Make me a con check.
All right.
Please get a critical success. That would be funny.
All right. And here we go.
Ooh.
Oh no. It's
No
excruciating. It is excruciating.
Ah!
Whoa.
Yeah, so what? Yeah, he lets go very quickly when it seems as it's paining you. And he says, "How are you not unfettered? How do you still possess your own nature?" This
It
His
he
doesn't
looks
magic-
very confused.
His magic isn't given by a god.
Yes,
You
I had to
don't
learn
speak
my
Draconic.
magic. I didn't. I
Oh,
wasn't
he's speaking Draconic. My bad.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are you not sworn to a pact, to a covenant? How do you still possess your own soul?
It was never required to be taken from me. I was not given magic. I learned it.
Warlock
Then
is not
how-
a class in the system.
He's like, how is it that you can control the magics if you've not sworn? He looks very confused. He just stops there. He says, I'm sorry. I'm very weary," he says in Sylvan and again in Draconic.
Who woke you up?
The seals
How
were
you
broken.
awoken?
What
You
are
know
the
who?
seals?
That's what's kept us asleep, kept us in a torpor until we are supposed to be awoken.
But what were they? Was it a
Oh, were
location?
those the Nithian tablets we saw that what were broken in the tomb? I asked him.
That's the physical manifestation, but my master must have been awakened and freed for those to be broken. And he speaks in
It
name.
was,
Yes.
okay.
So yeah, it's the name of the demon that you guys released.
You have to be more specific.
Did we release a demon? Oh,
The
The
demon
one-
that
the
was
one that was in
bound
the
beneath the
tree.
ground in the tree.
Oh,
Yeah,
the one.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's a different demon. Okay,
No,
not the
no,
one
yeah, we released him back to his dimension. Banished him from this dimension. the
Yes,
hell's he
you
doing
freed
there?
him.
Yeah,
And
it
as
doesn't
he
look
was
this dimension.
freed, he broke the seals to all of his subjects, his minions, such as myself.
What are
So
your
much
plans?
is. Where are your cities? Your skylines are so barren.
So, what's your plans now that you're awake?
To prepare. If we're awakened, then they must have returned.
No, that was a mistake. You shouldn't have done that.
Are you not imperiled?
Oh, we're imperiled.
Once a week on Friday nights, usually.
Yeah. There's been a lot going on in this land, absolutely.
Okay.
Chaos is an understatement.
Let me regain my strength, and I can tell you of your past, which you seem to be completely bereft of. Strange, looking at Galen yet again, that even your people don't remember.
So long it's been.
I need food. I need meat. I need the flesh of the living. Bread, cheese is sustaining, but it doesn't return my powers quickly enough.
We could go slaughter
Sleep.
a goat.
Goats. You still have those?
Yeah, living ones back at the farm.
Yes. That would be nice.
Well, there's plenty of houses there that we could stay in overnight.
Oh, a
if we
city.
need to. No.
No?
No. Closest city here is Penhalgian. Across the
Looks
river.
again. You have so few cities?
Well, I mean, they're spread out. But yes, this is very empty land.
Where's your conveyances? I would like some. I would like some lamb. Yes, that would be very good.
Yeah, we'll have to go chase it and catch it and slaughter it and prepare it. It might take a while.
Free ranged. Excellent.
Sure.
Where are your conveyances?
What's a conveyance?
Your transport, your vehicles.
Oh, we walked.
Walked.
Yes.
Well, we had horses, but
Oh, we also had horses, but
So
He's
all
very
the-
confused again.
all the tombs here got people in them that have been woken up, or just you?
Well, just myself. The other ones would have been, just burial chambers. Mine, I was here, but not here. My body resided here. My mind and was elsewhere. Returned once again to my body when the seals were broken. He's staring at you again as if you're trying to trick him or mislead him. He's just not believing that you don't understand what's going on.
Hey, Bert, does Radnor know much about like ancient history here?
Not this ancient.
Nothing that he's saying really makes any sense to you.
Well, the one thing he said is that he's following the demon, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to let him live. That's where Galen is right now. So
Well, your skies are remarkably clear, so they have not begun their attack yet then.
what?
The outer ones.
The outer ones?
Not sure I like how that sounds.
Is that wait the thing that wasn't a dragon that we thought was a dragon? Would he know who that is?
Dragons, yes.
It's not a
Dragons are still
dragon.
here.
It looks like a dragon, but it's
Yes.
definitely similar to a god.
Yes. He looks very happy at this. They still exist.
Well, dragons do too, yes.
No, he had a drake, so.
Yes.
I look at Stolheim and be like, can you ask him if he knows about Titans? He looks older than me, so he might know.
Do you know what a Titan is?
Oh, yes, the slave race, yes.
He called them slaves.
Oh shit!
Very
Can I
crafty,
make a-
very useful.
Can I make a wisdom save? You just called my god a fucking slave race. That's gonna piss me off a little. I don't think I attack him.
If you want to role
Can you
play,
understand it?
I don't think I'm going to attack him, but I don't think I would like him afterwards.
Can you understand what he's saying?
I told him though.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not
Yes.
nonsense,
Oh, I heard that.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
he told me. That's.
Could be a translation error. I don't know.
I feel the need to at least eventually fucking protect my god's honor. Fuck.
I mean, to be fair, it puts like a timeline on it, in a sense.
Yeah, you're very confused. You have no idea. No idea.
Were the
So,
Titans once a slave race? I ask you, Jenkins, because you know about them.
Give me a second. I have to remember the book. Okay. So I know they're an ancient race, and I know they did a whole thing against someone, against demons. But
We're
Oh,
I
was
ask
that fucking revolt against his people?
He said things.
I ask him. I ask him. I go, were the
The Black
Titans
Tier
slave to
revolt?
demons?
Yes. Yes.
So the Black Tier revolt.
Yes. It was towards the end before the Great Pact was signed. They came to our side in the end. They helped us.
I relay that to Jenkins and then ask him, how long ago was that?
I don't know.
No,
I
I'm
am so
asking
confused.
Jenkins. I'm asking
Okay.
Jenkins. How long ago was that?
Do you want my... Okay, I'm not a perfect priest, so we'll probably have to ask a priest at some point, but do you want my minimum answer?
Yes.
My at least.
Yes.
Couple thousand years ago?
I relay that to him. It's been a couple thousand years at least, minimum.
Then yes, the stars should be right soon
For what?
for their return.
The demons return?
No, the demons are but scholars. They chose not to support us in the end, but it was understandable.
Who's returning?
The outer ones.
The outer ones. Is that what the... I look to Radnar and I go, hey, that not dragon thing, was that an outer one? He's talking about outer ones.
It's sounding kind of similar. I mean, they both sound like they're from.
No.
Really?
And he says a word you don't understand, but you get the inference that this is the name of the race of that dragon being. It's like, no, they were the ones that warned us. They're the elder ones.
An elder one?
They were a conquered
Elder
race.
gods!
They came, they warned us of their coming. Enough time to prepare the Great Compact.
So you're talking about like beings from another place, another world that come here.
From the stars, yes. From out there.
Are they good people or bad people?
I don't think they're good. I'm just gonna guess there.
I don't understand the question.
Are they friends or foes?
Friends. They came to warn us. Without their warning, the outer ones would have taken over immediately. There would have been no resistance at all.
So
Still, the war was hard fought.
So the outer ones are foes.
Yes.
Oh, foes of this
And
lot.
you don't
Yeah.
like them.
No. Yes, we do not.
Okay. And you're gonna prepare to help us fight them?
Yes.
How did
Such
the lady
was the
feel
Great
about?
Compact.
How did the lady feel about them?
She was part of the compact.
Like,
She sealed us away for this time.
I think we should introduce him to our Elder One friend and see if we can get more info on this. Because if Outer Ones are going to come here, that sounds beyond my reach as a Duke. And I am very humbled in saying I am out of my league here.
you're not a Duke. The Duke is the Duke. You're not a Duke.
I'm something.
You're a
I'm
baron.
lord, a
You're a
baron.
baron.
Not
I
even a
don't know.
count yet. God damn.
You're Schottelheim. You have all the power you need. You're Schottelheim.
Nah, I think, and I may dare say we're all out of our league right
This
now.
is very exhausting to speak in multiple languages. Do you not have a language in common?
We speak common trade tongue.
May I hear it?
I start talking in common trade.
I mean, he would have heard it because people were talking in it
Yeah.
around him, but not to him.
He doesn't know the difference in the names, though. It's like, oh,
Okay, true.
the farmer's language he speaks in common trade poorly, but he does.
He can learn. He can learn. He's not dumb. He can learn. Yeah, the farmer's tongue. I mean, it works. If it works, you know.
Are your conveyances lacking power? Are they no
Yeah,
longer worthy to
they're
be ridden?
They're lacking the ability to move.
Oh, yes, yes. I was once very good at repairing the sky vehicles, but
A
I
sky
I lack
what?
the tools to help you.
A sky vehicle?
That
Yes.
sounds like something my Titans did, but frankly, I have not been able to get their favor, so I haven't been able to do shit with them. So that's great.
They were very good mechanics.
I heard they've been doing something called metal. I don't know.
It was one of their earlier forms, yes. So we are to walk then.
It's not too far.
I believe I can manage.
Is the area around us tainted, Bert? So,
Sorta? Like, yes, but not directly around his burial site. Like everything, like directly on it seems fine. The swath continues on past. It doesn't. This is
Okay.
not the center of it.
right. Are you aware of the taint of the land here? Okay, indicating the taint of the land.
Yes, I noticed. This is also one of the signs.
Do you know what causes this one?
Well, one of the outer ones must have already agents here. Spies.
Good.
They were fought back long ago. Perhaps they are now more devious in their form of takeover.
Because I'm hunting this one down that's caused this.
Well, an agent of the outer ones will been imbued with great powers, for sure. This is what is the result of them using their powers. They themselves cannot generate the power, nor are they gifted the power from the demons. He kind of waves at Radnar when he says this. They must take it from the land itself. And sometimes it blights, and sometimes it causes this accelerated decayed growth. It's an imbalance. Your lady would understand this. She was the goddess of balance in nature.
Yeah, and I'm one of her agents to set the balance right.
Didn't Schottelheim's elf lady who got sacrificed, wasn't she doing the same thing?
Yeah.
So she a member? Could it? I mean,
it might be.
Could it be her?
Free. She said she was free.
It could also be the flea merchant as well.
Yeah. So many things to deal with, so short of time.
No, we'll go back to our horses for now. Goes, hey, our conveyances.
Did they not run away?
I don't think they did.
No? Okay, that's
Mine didn't.
I don't know.
Yours might have.
Galen had a war horse and would have.
Yeah.
The other ones would have just came back after a bit.
They know we feed them.
Yeah, pretty much.
And well, who else is going to scratch their ass?
So here's the quandary. He needs rest and he needs food, but you have not tracked down the cause of this destruction in the land. It continues past this area.
Mm-hmm. I'm also kind of reluctant to let him live on one level. But if he has made a pact with the lady, then I suppose.
Yeah, it seems like he might be our ally against a greater evil, so to speak.
Hey, Galen?
Well, clearly the lady sent me to release that demon to activate these seals here so we can get them on his side. That's clearly what happened.
Stolheim and Galen, do you mind if I ask you a question about the lady?
Mm.
You guys made a pact with them, right?
I did, yes.
Wouldn't making a pact with the lady leave some kind of, oh, I don't know, scar on you? I mean, I had to get a scar. I show my shoulder. I got
Kinda.
branded. But
I
that's
kinda-
just normal practice in my church.
I unbutton my top and show the possible scar where the dagger pierced my heart.
Yeah,
There.
it's a very old looking wound, well healed long ago. That's what it looks like.
See,
Yeah. I spoke
Yeah.
to the lady after being electrocuted in the water. Clear, Reynolds. So I probably got all sorts of scars.
It was very enthusiastic back then.
I guess
That
mine's a
was
bit
last
more
week.
standardized.
He's talking in trade tongue now as best he can. He finds it to be a limited way to speak, but just so that he doesn't have to keep changing languages.
Yeah. The best I can offer is that we leave you some food. We set off after this thing and you stay here and we'll pick you up on the way back. Although, we don't know where we'll be going after this. So we're traveling all over the place.
Well, I will be releasing the rest, such as others would have been released with me. The bonds, that demon name, it's lots of vowels and consonants.
Are these
All of the
powerful?
strings that he controlled would have been released as well, and those that we control, we can now release.
Now, are they going to be troublemakers, or are you all just going to prepare for the outsiders?
Honestly, you have spoken very confusingly to me, but I believe you've been honest. I don't know. It depends upon how the lords of your region will take to this. When the compact was made, not everyone agreed, and many had to be forced to it. But without it, the outer ones would have destroyed this world. It may be once again that your leaders must be forced to the compact.
Well, I pull out my map and I kind of show him, like, we're roughly like here right now, and like there's like a settlement like here.
Yep.
If
So
you wanna
your
just find
map
an empty
is
house.
yeah, your map is just of the region.
Mm.
So like you don't have like a world map or even a continent map.
Right.
Yeah.
Very well. I need to recover my powers and food, rest after this time, catching up on your history to see how long it's been and to see how much time we have left. But the signs, your skies are clear, but the powers have already been moving. And he kind of points at the ground where vegetation's been destroyed and corrupted. But already their agents move.
Yeah,
This
so
is
you
pretty
can gather.
recent, though, I will say.
Yeah, this is very recent. You're welcome to gather your compatriots, and
Why?
if you need a place, if you can pull your own weight and work.
Why are your gods gone?
I don't know why their gods are gone.
They went off to possibly when the old ones came up, or older ones, they went off to have a word with them, as it were. The trade tongue doesn't express it well. They went off to have a bit of a barney.
Well, they hold the
Possibly
bonds
they
of
went to
many of the most powerful. Without them here to activate those bonds, that leaves you very vulnerable. And are all wizards like you? He points at Radnar.
A lot of
You
them are
have your
smaller.
own will. You're all free to do as you wish.
Well, I think he is the
They
largest of all of them.
Unless they go to that college town, that place seemed like there were too many
Yeah.
rules to be fun.
Yeah, there's
There are
many more.
No, not as welcoming to us.
There's many, if I remember correctly, there's many more wizards like him. Mm-hmm.
Just free. You don't bond your wizards.
No, that doesn't happen here. That's usually with like warlocks or something, as they're called, but that's a whole different other thing. That's a whole other study.
How do you keep them from not going mad and exercising their power on the populace, taking
Oh,
over?
we don't.
They don't.
Oh, we don't.
You don't.
don't.
You never
I mean,
go mad.
If
No.
one of them fucks up big enough, maybe someone else will knock him down a peg or two or kill him. But
what usually keeps them in check is the fact that if they fuck up, another wizard can use that to do whatever the fuck they want to them and steal their shit. It's
So
the wizards fight each other.
You've solved the problem then.
Somewhat.
Yeah. And also, they who
No,
would
no,
look
no.
after
The
who would do all
problem-
the cleaning and cooking and everything, and they're just not worth it.
You've solved the problem of the madness then.
Yeah,
Well,
there's not really a lot of madness these days unless you go and do a pact. If you do a pact, you start going mad.
Well, what is the madness before we say, yeah, we've solved it? Because all of our wizards could be mad and we just accept it as standard.
Well, the powers that you manipulate are not natural to you. Your brains can't contain them. The more you learn, the more you work with the powers, the more it corrupts your minds. Human minds were not intended for this power. Without a bond, without strictures, you go mad. You fix that problem?
spell books.
Books?
Wait a minute.
Spell books.
Dion's kind of
Humans-
cut onto something. Books?
Yes,
Were
I
humans a race back then? Would he know what
I
humans
can't
are?
cast my spells from my main, because I also am a wizard like Radnar, a magus, but I also follow the lady. But I can't cast the spells I know from my magus studies without a book.
Yeah, keep in mind, you haven't redone your book yet.
No, I haven't,
so,
and I
yeah.
need to do that so I can cast Fireball.
Books. So your powers are you. Oh, he kind of snapped.
Rules.
So the constraint is done by an outside device.
I pull out my kobold staff. Yes, this has magic in it, and I don't know what it does yet.
I see. So you have created your own limitation that keeps you from going mad. Interesting.
I guess that's what
Yes,
they call it.
It was a device rented by a Gary Guy Gax back in the day.
Wait, so
May his
you're
holy
from-
name be venerated.
Wait, so you're from the days of the Titans, yeah? Somewhat?
Yes, the Titans. Yes, they
What
accepted the compact and came in on our side.
What language did they speak?
The High Tongue.
Yes, but we don't know it. My church doesn't know the High Tongue. If I learned it, you could say, well, that would be a great thing. I'm going to be frank. It's been a couple thousand years. I'm going to admit that, points at the dent, we're a bit little, how do I put it? We're a bit duncy-like. We're a bit dumb. I mean, I'm definitely a little dumb. That's what my ma said. So, but at least I'm smart enough to admit it.
Some were afraid of this, and why they refused the compact initially. A reversion, society starting over again. And again, he's looking at kind of like just gazing out at the skyline. He says, no cities. No cities. I didn't think they would fall this far.
Well, to be fair, at least we can still have a society to rebuild. So
Yes.
How big were the cities?
You could see them on the horizon. Great minarets and spires of their tallest towers. You could see across the skylines.
Is there any cities in this land that are like that?
No.
And definitely nothing I've seen. I kind of look at like the other people that live here. Is that a thing? I haven't seen that yet. Can we go to one of those?
I mean, there's tales of Titan cities, but frankly, I don't know.
So he holds out his palm, and he concentrates for a moment. And like a little globe of power is there.
Give him a high five. No.
Yeah. You smash it. It's over. It's
The
a
wheel
scene
crumbles into dust.
of a mighty city with crystal spires that go high into the clouds. There's air cars flying around. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of people walking on the streets below, some in large skywalks. You think of it like very high sci-fi kind of future
I think
city. Yeah,
George
so he's
Jetson.
showing you. Yeah, so yeah, he's showing you this image. He says this was my city.
That was
Nope.
here?
Yes.
There's nothing I've ever seen, even in my realm, that comes close to that. That looks like a utopia.
And he concentrates for a bit. And you see the sky start to darken. You see dark clouds and these long, kind of shadowy tentacles just kind of coming out of the darkness of these clouds. They must be miles long. And he says, this was the first day of the invasion. Yeah, and then he gets very tired, and he sits back down. You see he's breaking out in a sweat. He says, "I'm sorry, I'm too weak to sustain that."
Oh, no
but
problem.
it must have been long ago if you've not seen cities.
We don't know who gave the first shot on the wall. I saw them, but we do know who blackened the skies.
Well, once this is all over, I may ask you for some lessons if you don't mind.
I don't think I could teach you how I do magic.
No, not magic. I mean the language.
Oh, yes.
I think that'd be much simpler. I don't understand magic myself, and given my Titans don't really... I need to kill something really big to show strength, or I need to switch Titan patron, and I need to go to one of the official shrines to do that, and we're nowhere near one of those.
He just kind of shakes his head, and he says, your holy books on the Titans are woefully inadequate. They were a very peaceful race.
Oh, yeah, but there's many more Titans. To be fair, you've been gone for a while. They did change. There's a couple of them. There's one of war, which I went with because I thought that was the coolest.
Well, you get assholes in every bunch, I guess.
Yes, I think I might switch to, what was his name? Grupple, the Titan of Creation? The Forge one. He sounds cooler.
Oh, he was fun to hang out with. He had the best beer.
Until, some dark elves pissed him off and he genocided an entire city. But we don't talk about that time.
So
talk about that.
So I'm wondering if this guy would be willing to trade spells, if that's something we could even do. Because I bet he knows stuff I don't.
He does, but you don't do magic in the same way.
Yeah.
He might be able to give you some notes.
Can I learn magic from him?
Maybe.
Well, uh-oh. I'm just going to fireball everybody now.
Yep, I agree.
I would like to ask him. I'll show him. I will use the second level spell to cast Bless on him to show him how my magic works on the cleric side.
Mm-hmm.
And ask him if this is similar and if he can teach me something from that.
Okay. Well, if you do cast Bless on him, he absolutely recognizes that power. So yes, that's the lady's power. It's changed, but it's recognizable.
It's also an area effect to cast Bless on all of us.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome. I'm curious how that would work for cleric spells, how I would learn it. Because I technically know all of my cleric spells.
Yeah, you asked the lady for, well, the wood of illicit deities are currently doing it, which is why we have no 5th level spells. You asked them you asked them to give you the power, for the power flow through you to grant this miracle.
Yeah. Which is kind of what he's edgewising around, is like his power comes from something else. It's not his power. He's borrowing it.
He's ordering from the secret menu.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Do I know? Do I have any insight about where his power comes from? I mean, do we know?
Oh yeah, I mean, just from, I mean, you know that, I mean, it's considered the black arts. It's forbidden in the schools that you've been taught, but much like a cleric can receive spells from the gods they worship, magic users can enter upon pacts with typically considered infernal forces or elemental forces that will give
He's a
them powers
warlock.
as well. It's frowned upon and is considered dark magic because there's always a cost. Sometimes you know what that cost is up front, sometimes you don't.
I wonder if I could make a pact.
There's a reason we've been throwing around the word warlock, because that's pretty much the definition of warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, that's so cool.
we have a warlock. I can't wait for him to run out of
Huh.
spells and take a 10-minute break and gain all of them back. I've totally never done that once. Nope. I'll do it again. I fucking love warlock.
So yeah, Radnar, so this is a practitioner of what's considered now at least to be the black arts, to be things that you're not supposed to meddle in.
So
With
food
that-
But what do
practice-
teachers know? I mean, come on. What do they know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorely tempted here.
So,
Suppose you haven't signed up already.
question: could I make a pact with a Titan? Then,
If they're still around.
I mean, they're still around. I think there's nothing that says they left. So,
Well, there were precious few left when they joined the compact. Some died during the war.
some
They are
died, but-
endless. If any survived the war, then they should still be around somewhere.
I mean, I would think that any that still were around probably had kids. I mean, you know, so if you were the last of your people, you'd want to have more of them, so you'd make kids. That's just reasonable, unless they're infertile. You guys didn't make them eunuchs, right?
No.
Good.
No.
That's happened. I've heard of people making people eunuchs. I'd rather die than become a eunuch. Goddamn liberals. I'm sorry. Sorry.
So, yeah, so I think
Anyway,
we should escort him
Yeah.
back
Anyway.
to the town safely and let him rest there while we continue on.
I want
then
to
we can-
continue on.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you
As much
don't
as
want to show
we
him
don't
the
want
way
to
back?
split the party, Galen has no interest in, at this point, taking the wizard back, Atticus back. Galen just wants to head after whatever causing this.
Well, if you wish to
I'm
continue
almost
on
Bells.
to find the agent of the outer ones, that's very commendable. Beware, pointing at the swath, the destruction. They have been taking in power along their travel. They have consumed a great deal of power, if this path is any indication.
Do they not have an upper limit? I mean,
It depends on what the vassal is. If it's human, yes, there is a point that the human brain will just go mad holding that amount of power. If it's a fae, pointing at Galen, more power can be held. Points at you, Scrimbleshanks, and says, and of course, your people are unlimited in what they can hold.
of course.
What?
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 I look at
What?
Oh
Scrimbleshanks.
yeah.
I look at Scrimbleshanks. I'm like, that's not surprising. Their people are the coolest.
He can't do magic.
No, not normally, but nothing stops him from trying to learn. He just doesn't feel like learning. Nothing stops him.
Your friend has just
Physically.
simply chosen not to do magic. The potential
Indeed.
is there.
If he wanted to do magic, he could probably outdo all of us but Ragnar, because Ragnar might as well not
But kill him
be human.
first.
Stoltheim has like mental image for a minute of like Scribbleshanks doing the Fantasia thing.
Yes. Phenomenal cosmic power.
Yeah.
Such little self-control.
There's levels over 9,000. Well, if we got
No,
you
this is
direct
news
up
to
in,
Scrimbleshanks because while there are people of power amongst the hen, no one you are not the best history student, but you've never heard of a hen that's been incredibly powerful or
I am
particularly
not letting
even.
this on to anybody.
Yeah.
It's just a thing.
Like,
We
of
can do it.
course.
We don't talk about it.
yeah,
We could destroy the whole continent if we wanted to. We're just, too laid back.
You know,
Then who would listen to our stories?
Scribbleshanks now has even more bragging rights.
Mm.
so if we got you rested up, then would you join us in taking down this thing?
Yes, or at least finding out what its orders are.
Would you possibly join it then? So should we not be taking you with us?
No.
Never. Okay, cool. Yep.
No, he looked very offended when you say that. He's very offended. He's like, no. What?
All right. Okay. In which case, yeah. Where's that map Stockholm? Where are we close to in terms of anywhere that we can get to?
We're only like a province away from our capital, I think, right?
I think we're a few provinces. I've lost track of which X we're in, and we've moved around a bit.
I could lead him back home. If he needs an escort, he is very weak.
We could all come. There's nothing wrong with that.
So the hexes you're close to, like the hex that your wizard's tower is in, Radnar, is close by. Like you guys are in hex 7 right now, close to the boundary of hex 10 and 11. You're kind of like right at the corner there.
I thought the tower was hex 8.
Yeah, tower's hex 8. You're essentially in hex 7, although you're still very close to 10 and 11 as well.
Yeah. We visited 8 already. I'm trying to think of where we've been on our journey, which hasn't been that far. We've got very, very, very little distance, and then it distracts us or something.
8 is pretty much 11, nailed down.
8 and then 7.
Yeah, 8's pretty much nailed down. So, like, what's coming out of 8 and why the wizard originally settled in there is there are a lot of great herbs for spell ingredients there. And a lot of the locals were selling directly to the magus of the tower, and that's kind of how they were having some kind of economy. Now that's been taken over by Galen, or excuse me, by Radnar, who has kind of started that up again.
That probably makes sense then if there's a good source of magicalness also that might help the wizard restore himself.
Yep. So you could go back into hex 8 if you want, which will be going back towards Radnar's haunts. You haven't been there long, Radnar, but you've kind of gotten, you've got a lot of small farms. There's no big city or any large gathering of people there. There's like small farmsteads. There is one that could be called a town. Like it's got a central building, like a meat hall. They do have a small trade center there as well. You can call it whatever you want to, Radnar, but it's like the only real town that you have in your area.
And I have an apprentice now.
And you have an apprentice, yep.
Yeah. I think I'll call him Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby boy.
Bob the apprentice.
So you can go in that direction, or you can head to the other 546, or however you want to do it. The trail leads. Well, it leads kind of into here. Let me just kind of draw a line here for you guys. Freehand here. I'll just do a freehand line. All right, so it's kind of doing that, and that's about where you are right now. So it's continuing north.
Oh, so going into way.
The tower's kind of on the way.
Sort of on the way, yeah.
Well, our goal is we want to just go around to all the hexes, right? Kind of see what's
Eventually, but
Yeah.
at this rate, it's going to take a long time.
I don't know. I mean, I'd be for going towards 5. But...
Yeah, I mean, you can just start going and see where the trail leads you to. That's always good.
Yeah, I mean, if he can just start a meeting, then we can game hunt on the way. It's not really that much of a problem. What he's really wanting is fresh meat.
Yeah, he's just wanting a better meal than bread and cheese and some actual rest. He's not been able to rest well out here. I mean, it's laying on a rock, for goodness sakes.
He was here for thousands and thousands of years, and now he's complaining?
Yeah.
We've been raided.
He hasn't been in his body for thousands of years. Now that he's back, it needs a little spring cleaning.
And it's still.
We got raided in the Twitch chat.
Woohoo!
We got
Hello,
raided?
guys. All right, so
Party of one.
yeah, well, I mean, it's something.
Hey,
welcome.
More than I've got.
So, in the domain of Stoltheim, Area 8 got a population of about 80 folks in there. And then if you're going 7 was the one that's got a lot of population, but it's spread out. 140 folks in small little farmsteads. If you're heading towards 5, that's also a fairly dense area for you guys. 120 population of 120. And a fairly high. So 6 usually means, so you've got a 6 there for resources, which could mean mines, or could mean you've got professional crafters there that can produce useful stuff. Probably mines, though. So you want to carry on, push on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you stopped here kind of midday. So you journey on, and the trail that you're following, Galen, hooks back and starts heading towards Radnar's area, towards the Wizard's Tower. And yeah, and as you're realizing this, the trail of kind of this devastated vegetation and overgrowth of like cancerous vegetation stops.
Redno, did you leave your defenses on your building when you left? Did you lock the door when you went?
Well, my apprentice is here, or was.
Did you do a background check on him?
Yeah. Did you call all of his references first and check his legal?
Like I'll walk in there, he's having a party or something.
The boss is back. Put away the weed.
Pass some for me. I don't care.
Well, what is there anybody home?
Oh yeah, I mean you've pretty much some of the population doing work for you there. You have an apprentice, but you probably have hired some folks to like do groundskeeping and stuff like that, just to keep up the perimeter of the place. They wouldn't be able to enter without your okaying it, of course. But again, there is that small town between the border and your tower.
Yeah, I think we have to go to the small town and check out and see if there's been any recent visitors.
Yeah, because this is weird.
Yeah. And look out for huge, powerful creatures suddenly blasting out megawattage.
Yep.
Do it, single shanks again. All that power contained.
Yeah, so again, the trail of devastation just kind of stops here. I mean, could have gone into Galen's territory, or excuse me, Radnar's territory, could have veered off. Hard to tell, but they stopped pulling in power here.
Yep. Well, we're going to go to the town and ask around, see if there's been there, and as well as picking up supplies and stuff.
It could just be that Ragnar's too cool to hurt.
What's the name of the town, Radnar?
The Shire.
I don't know. No, I will have a personal flair for the dramatic, so I will call the town Journey's End.
Okay. Well, you reach the outskirts of Journey's End. Again, this is a small town. They have a longhouse or a public house. They do have a few other houses here, but all told, there's maybe a dozen permanent structures with stone bases, wooden uppers, a couple of farms on the outskirts. It's a very small town, but small as it is, as you're coming in, there seems to be something going on in, we'll call it your town square, just outside of the public house. There are people yelling and shouting. They're surrounding something going on in the middle of the square. There's a couple of dozen folks out here yelling, screaming. Someone, a woman yelling, why won't they stop? Get them to stop.
I'm going to grab Jenkins and go towards the center of everything and see what's going on.
Okay. You push through to the center, and there's a group of guys, 4 total. They're just trying to murder each other in the streets, just with their bare hands. One has got like his knees on one of them's chest and just pounding right hook, left hook into this guy's face. He's got his chest and arms pinned down so that he can't defend himself, and he's just wailing into this guy's face. The other pair have got each other in strangleholds, each hands on each other's necks, just trying to strangle the other guy out. The crowd is trying to pull them apart, but they are acting crazed, and they're just not stopping.
Well, I know how to stop one of them. Hold person.
On which group?
Just one of the men strangling each other.
Okay. Well, he does get a save. He does not save.
Wait,
he goes rigid.
In a group. Wait, I can do a group. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a little less effective. You want to try and catch all 4?
Yeah, D4. Let's try it.
Go ahead.
That's right. I have to roll that. Ha!
All 4. Okay. So one of them failed. Okay, the 2 strangling each other are held.
Cool.
The one not held is the one that's just wailing on this guy that is now even more pinned. He's already broken the guy's cheekbone. His jaw's probably broken.
Radnor's dyspeptic bowels.
Okay. He passes. He continues to wail on this poor guy as you start throwing spells around.
Jenkins, knock him out.
Yeah, knock him out, Jenkins.
Huh?
Knock him out. That
Hit
guy
him over the head.
Knock him out.
Knock him out? Okay, strength check.
Making me a melee attack roll. He won't get his dex defense because he's wailing on someone else. So that'll hit. Are you hitting him with your fists or are you hitting him with a weapon?
Is he friend or foe? Is he...
You don't know. He's just some farmer that's just beating the snot out of another farmer.
We just
Spit,
want you to
because I don't know anything.
Okay, it's a D4. It's a D4 plus your strength modifier.
Okay.
And tell me if you're trying to just knock him out or kill him.
Strength modifier 15. So I guess that's a +1.
15 is a +1.
Okay. I'll just roll 1d20 and then +1. That's a 4.
Oh well, no, it's
Wait,
a D4. It's a D4 +1
God
for the strength. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh wow, 5 points.
5.
Okay.
5.
So yeah, you knock him out. You just club him on the back of the head, and he goes over. The other 3 are held in spot. Everyone else kind of breaks away and just kind of like looking up, and then they recognize Radnar. So they're like, we don't know what happened. They just started fighting in the middle of the square over just stupid reasons. They started arguing just over. Somebody said that one of them had stole a hen, and then it just broke into this. They were trying to kill each other.
I look around real quick. Is anybody like itching or anything like that?
Roll me d6.
Right.
Jameis said he's taking 10 minutes.
Yep, I
to
saw it.
magic site.
2.
Don't particularly notice anybody itching.
Okay.
I think that's. I'm looking around for Scholheim's elf lady because she was the one who caused the thing in the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, that's a good one. Go ahead, roll me a d6.
Well, I mean, 1.
Okay. You don't see her anywhere. She would stand out in this crowd. This is she was well dressed and had a very just regal bearing about her. These are all simple townsfolk, but you do spot a couple of trappers, not ones you've seen before. A couple of guys have got pelts rolled up on their back, and they've got some spread out on the ground. They're trying to sell to some local folks. You do notice that. And with the one, you also do notice a few people in the crowd kind of gently scratching a face or an arm here and there, just in passing. But I mean, that could be anything.
Could be anything.
Could be anything.
I point at the trappers and I go, "It's a trap! Get 'em!"
Yeah, so the townsfolk notice you know who you are, Radner, and so it's just explain to you what went on. It's like they just started. It was just a conversation. They got heated, and then all of a sudden they were trying to kill each other. I mean, these are good. These are good folks, my lord. But we don't know why it got this bad.
The
whole time it's your spell, so you can decide when it ends or when it doesn't end. So you've got them held.
I'm holding them until we figure something out.
Okay.
Have they had fights like this before?
Well, they've always had disagreements. I mean, it happens. They live really close to each other. They work with each other. So they're always having petty arguments, but nothing like this.
So we can talk to them while they're held, right?
They can hear you. They just can't answer.
It's a trap. Get 'em
during the hold.
No, I won't. Okay.
Scribble Shakes is pointing at the trappers. It's like, anyone?
What are you saying, little one? What are you saying, my halfling friend?
Fleas again. Those people over there have distributed fleas, probably by mistake, but
I'm gonna walk over to
everywhere, magical fleas.
Galen, you get your magical sight on, and you do know what to look for. Yes, there are several folks in the crowd that are compromised. The infestation has started. It's not the whole, just a few people, and definitely the 4 that are held right now.
I'm itching myself.
Yeah, so it's spreading.
Yeah.
Nothing go on the trappers. Like, they're clean.
We know it's tied to the magic coin.
Mm-hmm.
If people, Rednor, there's signs here of infection. Have asked them about coin recently. See if any of them got coin.
That's something about coin. So I'll ask about it.
Yeah, I mean, they said, well, I mean, we get visitors every now and then. They point over to the trappers. They just got here today. There was a group that came through a week ago.
Did they have any strange coins?
Well, some people have gold and silver from other regions. I mean, we had some Derakeen come through. I mean, their coin is odd, but it spins just the same.
I'm turning around like, hey, who wants to go talk to the trappers?
Scribble Shakes is still pointing and jumping up and down.
I think Scribble Shanks wants to talk to them.
Hey, Scribble Shanks, let's go talk to the trappers.
Oh my god. So much power in these hands, and you just don't. Yes, if only somebody had thought of that idea earlier, eh?
I know. What can I say? I'm a genius.
Smartest one of us all.
So we'll walk over there and go talk to the trappers.
Okay. As you approach, they kind of brush off some of the furs that they've got on display. One of them holds up like an otter pelt. That's actually an unusual one. The other one has some beaver. They've even got some deer pelts out. And as you come by, one of them just kind of stands up, big smile on his face. He basically goes into his spiel. It's like, my lord, surely you're looking for some fashionable furs for the lady back at the tower, perhaps? Perhaps some fine hide for an armor.
Do we recognize any of them?
No. These are not trappers you've seen in back at the main, we'll call it a town.
Where the fuck would you get an otter hide?
Yeah, what are you guys doing here?
Just on our way. Thought we would make some coin. I'm sorry, are there laws against this here? No one mentioned anything.
No laws.
We can make you a great deal.
What are you really doing here?
Well, to be honest, we're trying to get enough coin to, have some drinks. We heard that they make some fine brew around here, but we're a little short of coin, my lord. We don't quite have enough yet to have a good night. But our fortunes can change if you'd be interested in this fine pelt of otter here. Look how it shimmers in the light.
Yeah, where did you get it?
May I look at it?
Yeah, he hands it over to you.
Did Galen, did you come with us?
I don't know. Galen, where are you? Galen is frozen. Galen is frozen in time.
Galen's frozen.
Galen's magical sight.
Why are you moving?
Galen's magical sight showed that the furriers, they're clean. There's nothing on them. But some people in the crowd, and definitely those 4, were infested.
Let's scribble stinks at him.
I think Jameis is back. You back, Galen?
Yeah. What I'm going to offer is that now, because I know it's the gold coins that's tied to that, I'm going to offer 2 for 1. If you've got the kind of gold coins I'm looking for, I'll just give you 2 coins in return.
Make me a charisma check.
Like a 3 for 1 if it's going to make it easier. I don't care. It's just money.
No, it's not that.
Yes, success. Not quite.
Nice.
No, it just some might feel that they've done something wrong and they don't want to, cause the ire of the new mage. But yeah, the ones that your magical sight is picking out as being contracted the magical infection come forward and they show you. It's like, yes, a traveler came through and paid for his meal with this. One said yes. One offered me this for a night in my home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I said, I'll give them 2 for 1.
A few more folks come forward with much the same story. Just people that were passing by just offered to buy food, clothing, shelter, and bartered with this coin.
I'll get what scriptures I can and where they're going.
Okay, there's about only 6 in the crowd, and a couple of them that you're seeing that have the infestation don't come forward.
Point them out. You have had this coin as well.
No, sir. Wishing I did. Looks like a fine piece of gold, sir.
Don't believe you. I mean, no magic cycle was telling me cricket. Renan went off to the trappers, didn't he?
Right, yeah, he's off talking to the trappers. He's holding up a fine otter pelt.
Is there anything weird on the pelt?
Not really. I mean, otters are kind of rare.
You know what? The otters deserve it.
Building dams all over the damn place.
That's
if Stottheim's with me, I'll get him to help. Hey, talk to these people. I'm trying to work this out with these magic coins, and these people are not responsive to me.
Yes. Hey, excuse me. Could I speak to you? And you? And you?
Of course. Any friend of the Magus, we would be glad to help. Just give me a charisma check to start it off.
Yeah. Let me.
That's why I get someone to do it. He's the pretty one.
I'm the pretty one. Yeah.
Okay, so just make it a little shorter. No, you don't think they're lying when they say they didn't receive coins, but they all are staying in the same home as someone that received the coin. It's spreading.
Oh, that's more powerful. Now that I've gotten the coin, is that going to remove the infection, or do we need something a bit more powerful at this point, do I believe?
Well, remember, you had to remove curse on the coins before, but you don't know. It may be more powerful now.
What I'm then going to do is, again, get the coins together as far as I can tell, remove curse, and also bless the place as much as I can. Try and do that to help. If I need to remove curse each person, that's going to be a bit of a mission.
Okay, so this is going to take you some time. You gather the gold, and you're going to do remove curse on the gold as a whole. If you're going to bless the town, or at least as much as you can, now that's a ritual, so that takes hours, or can take hours. Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. So, Radnar, again, you're holding this beautiful pelt. One of the other ones stands up and pulls up the deer pelt and approaches Scrimbleshanks and says, "This would make a fine bit of armor for you, sir."
No, it wouldn't.
Well, I mean, I myself can't make. Well, once it's waxed and carbolied, sir, it would be very good. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Jealous.
It is a great piece of hide, sir. A proper armor, not myself, could make this into a fine suit for you. I'm not saying you're short or anything. But there's enough material here. I give up.
Yes, good. I do not want your wares. I came over merely to accuse you of spreading curses throughout this village.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we did curse the bartender. We wouldn't allow us to have any beer on credit. We did do that,
sir. Well, that's a thing.
If I may ask, are there any temples? Well, obviously not temples. Are there any churches or places of religion here?
Well, there's the old rock out back. People used to make sacrifices out there back when it was more polite to worship the old gods. This new Duke Stefan kind of doesn't look too proper upon that anymore. It's kind of gotten out of fashion. You got no proper building, if that's what you're asking for.
I'm going to have to do so much work to include the native gods, but if I have to pay for it myself, I'll goddamn do it, and my people need some wins. All right. So
you're doing a lot of mumbling there, sir. I'm sorry. It's something that you need. The old rocks out that way.
No. I was just looking for a shrine of my own. I mean, I guess they could. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take a look at the old rock, see if it has anything of the Titans. Why not? Just to be polite. Just to be polite. I know it doesn't, but I'm going to be polite.
Yeah, they just kind of point out between a couple of houses, and there's a little boulder with a flattened top, and it's like right in the middle of like what you call a fairy ring. There's like toadstools growing in a circle around it. Top of it's all like stained over years and years of blood sacrifice.
Well,
animals, surely.
I guess I'll just worship. I guess I'll just give a small prayer to Titan Grupel instead of the war one, since the war one's being a bitch.
All right. You get the spiritual dial tone again of no one being home.
Well, at least he's not being a bitch about it, though.
Stoltheim? Yeah, so you guys are piecing together that apparently it's not just the possession of the coin anymore. It seems to have the effect is spreading to those around the coins now.
It's spreading. That's not good.
Also, these coins are not the same as your the mage that's with you has. His are even older. Like they're large. They're about the size of they're big coins of gold. The ones
So I'm
that
gonna
are cursed are old coins, but not that old.
Not that old. I'm gonna explain to him what's
I
going
also
on
would-
and ask him if he has insight on it.
Who are you asking? Sorry.
The mage.
He says, "No, these were minted after my time. I see that they are tainted, and they are touched by the outer ones for sure.
Is there a way to call it?
I mean, you can neutralize the power. Putting the coins in clean flowing water will do the same as well. These a minor enchantment. It just affects the mood of those around it. Can cause a great deal of unusual behavior if it spreads to a large enough populace.
Oh, it's probably done that by now.
Well, I've been casting remove curse. We could have just washed them.
Clean flowing water, yes. The water has to continually flow over the coin to keep the power from building.
So like a
Right,
river.
it's just a temporary-
River?
Yes,
Yeah,
a river.
you have to keep them in the river though for it to negate it. It's not a permanent thing.
So just throw it into the river.
But when you take it back out, it's cursed again. That's the point.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm permanently removing it. That's just putting it in abeyance.
Alright.
Okay.
So are we
Fair enough.
inventing banks here? River banks? Deposit our gold over here?
Make a withdrawal and be inflicted with the curse of capitalism.
Ah.
Society.
It's the gold standard.
Yep. What are you guys doing? So yeah, these two furriers seem to be. They just got into the town. They're just trying to make enough money to drink.
Okay.
Their pelts seem
And you
fine. They're not
notice that Galen ignored them entirely when he was doing all this thing.
The Scrimble
Oh,
Shakes
he's in
now
love
has
with
an
it.
out for furriers, so somewhere deep in his genes, he's remembering the furry war between the halflings and the furries, and
Oh, fucking God.
I don't know. I'm going to, no, I'm not going to buy anything from the furriers, but I'm going to go see what these guys.
2 for 1, sir. 2 for 1.
No, I'll let you know. I've got to think about it. And maybe toss them a gold and say, I don't know if you can get any.
Oh, we'll be at the tavern, sir. Have a good day.
There you go.
Galen, you would have uncursed all the coins that people brought up to you.
Yep.
No direct change though, in the people that you could still have your magical side up. So the people that had the coins and those exposed to those people still have that magic about them. They still, they're kind of scratching their skin a little. So unmagicking those coins may have stopped further spread, but it isn't helping the people that were already affected.
You could just
So
give
I'm
them a
hoping
bath. Maybe it works the same.
4 that were held, that has a duration. We'll say after all this time they're starting to become unheld.
Right.
Yeah. So what do you want to do
Can
about
we
it?
tie them up if they're...
Yeah.
Prior to, yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping the bliss will help the whole town decurse it.
Hey, did we tie up also, we probably should
Try
tie up those other guys. The guy that got knocked out and the guy that got the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, I assumed you're going to tie up all
yeah.
4 of them.
All-
Okay. All right. Well, you do that. When your hold person ends, they start, screaming and cursing at you guys for having tied them up, and at each other, still calling them thieves, chicken thief. Yeah, it does not seem to have caused a change in their mood. They're still very irate and just being unreasonable about everything.
And they weren't magical themselves, were they? There's nothing about them that were magic.
No, they're infected.
Oh, they're just one of them when infected. Okay. So we'll see if the bless does anything. If not, we'll have to.
Okay, so that's going to be a bit. So what's everyone else doing while Galen is blessing the town?
If I get told about it, I'll try and anchor the blessing to the rock, which is the shrine. At least that has an anchor point.
Anyone?
I want to go see my tower and see what's going on there.
All right, yeah. So it's a few miles past this town. Well, if no one has anything that they're wanting to do, a ruckus breaks out at the public house. You are alerted to this fact as someone is bodily thrown out of one of the lead glass windows, cut and torn as he falls. He has been stabbed. There's still like a paring knife stuck in his chest as he hits the ground. He's not dead, but it seems to have escalated. Someone has just used a weapon, obviously trying to kill this guy. And with the lead glass broken, you can hear that there's a scuffle going on in the bar. Again. Galen's otherwise tied up if he's going to continue his blessings. What are the rest of you guys going to do?
Is Bob in the tower?
Well, you're a mile or two away from your tower.
Oh, okay.
If you want to just leave, you can leave.
I'm not going to go by myself. Does anyone want to go with?
Well, that's what I'm finding out. Galen's going to be here for a bit, blessing the town.
Fight just broke out. I guess we should.
And there's a fight. Randall's ignoring it as hard as he can.
Oh no, okay. If there's a fight going on,
the last time there was a bar fight, to be fair to Radnar, he killed a little girl. So
it was an accident. She's
in a better place now.
Yeah.
Are you telling yourself? Okay.
So it's one of those things. What are you gonna say?
Man, we should go.
Do I notice anything about them? Are they acting crazed like there's something?
Do you want to go into the bar and find out? Because right now you're just standing outside and just saw this guy got thrown through a glass window with a knife in his chest.
Yes, I do.
Okay. You going through? How are you going in? Front door, back door, through the broken window?
Yeah, I'm not going to heave my bulk up in through the window, so I'll go through the front door probably.
You're going to go through the front door. Okay, roll a d6.
Okay. D6. Come on, there you go.
What's your armor class? Minus any dex bonus. Or not? Well, never mind. That's going to hit you.
If it's minus dex bonus, my AC is like 3. But without anything, it's probably...
Take 2 points of damage as someone just shatters a chair across your face and chest as soon as you step foot in the bar. It's a big, burly guy. Looks like he's one of the woodcutters that work in the forests around here. And he just shattered a chair across your face and chest. And with the 2 legs that are left, he just takes them both and just starts coming at you to beat you with them. What's everyone else doing?
Fireball.
Oh boy, another brawl.
Yes.
I'm not a fighter. I'm gonna make sure that the mage and our guest mage are at a safe distance.
So you're gonna
you guys
pull
do with
Radnar
that. I'll
back?
make sure that our VIP is safe.
Okay,
I'll pull
so
Radnar
yeah,
back immediately after he gets faced with it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Be like,
All right, Scribble Shanks, what are you doing? So yeah, you just grab both mages and pull them back away from the one that's like, I smell soup in there.
You don't want that soup.
I'm wishing there was a hose. I can't think of a way to generate a hose given this. So I don't really know. I mean, can we pull people out and separate them so that or do they just immediately dive back in to fight? I will try and separate someone. And see if
Okay.
they just dive back in.
How do you want to get into the bar?
I mean, through the front door.
You're gonna go through the front door.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make you roll a d6.
I mean, they're gonna be aiming too high for me.
Yeah. So the same guy goes to club the next person that walks in the door, and he goes high, and you see that there's several fights broken out through the bar, but it's not everyone. A lot of folks are just kind of cowering in the corners, or they've overturned like the tabletops and they've pulled it so that you're using it like a large shield to stay underneath. Including the group of furriers that have pulled the table over, and they're stealing mugs of beer off the counter and drinking them one after another as everyone in here many fights have started out. The bartender, he was up on top of the bar and he's trying to shout to calm everyone down until someone threw a knife at him in his throat, dead on the table.
Oh, dang. All right.
So
well,
that's the scene. Other than the guy that's kind of just trying to waylay anyone coming in the door, you've got maybe a dozen fights going on in here. It's not everyone, but it is a lot of folks.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Radnar. You should do mass dyspeptic. Tire
Then
them
they
all out.
just have a bunch of shitting people running after us.
Technically,
Well,
no.
it's funny.
The effect of your spell is they can't do anything but retch and crap themselves for the duration of the spell.
But it would be funny. So
Do I want to? I mean, can I get the whole tavern in it?
Is your mass dyspeptic an area of effect or a certain number of people?
It's an area of effect. Let me see if I have it memorized. I forget. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna make one roll for the bar in general, and I'll make it a little bit more difficult for they fail. Everyone stops fighting as even those that weren't fighting start retching and crapping themselves, and suddenly Scrimbleshanks is just not a very pleasant bar to be in. It's the smell.
I
just
go back out
starts-
again.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you were in there. You can make your
Yeah,
own
I'm
save.
probably
though.
getting it as well.
Make your
I
own
mean-
save. You can make your own save.
No. Is this spells or magic stuff?
It's better
spells.
than lightning
Save
in the
versus
water.
magic.
Oh no, I fail.
Oh no, you're trapped in there, coming out of both ends yourself. Everybody is saying, "My God, when did I last eat corn?"
God. There's so much corn. There's so much corn. There wasn't even a field of corn. I haven't seen corn crops since I moved here.
We'll
Where
leave
you all
it
get
there
corn?
with everyone in the bar suddenly losing everything in their guts, running out of both ends, as mass dyspeptic bowels is cast upon the bar. Even the corpse of the bartender manages to soil himself. There we go. Doesn't stop the furriers from trying to still drink beer through it all.
That's awesome.
Right. Okay, guys. So yes, the spreading is worse. Galen is almost done casting his blessing on the town. We'll see if it has any effect. But yeah, this is in your back door, Radnar. This is your people.
Yeah.
This is your people here.
Well,
Richard,
what?
tell us all about your channel. It looks like you played some games last night.
Yeah,
Last
I
night for me.
actually returned to playing games. That was fun. I haven't got a bit worked out for the end here, so I will merely say that you can watch me play video games badly here on Twitch at LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now.
Limited time offer.
Time offer.
No vowels.
No vowels.
No vowels.
Indeed.
All right. Jameis's blog includes his trip to Fiji recently.
Yep. And which I'm still suffering insect bites from.
Mm,
Or they've been affected by the gold. One or
yeah,
the other.
yeah. Soon you will be going mad and yelling to your neighbors that they stole your chicken. Then it'll be all over.
Yes. Soon. That will happen.
Yeah.
Not hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So,
There's that. Dion, you also streamed. You got a new game.
Yeah, so I've been playing through FIDA Emblem of Justice on my channel. That's been a lot of fun. We're doing both the best route and the most chaotic route at the same time. Also, last night, if you caught the stream, you would have seen a drunken night of debauchery with Fran Wickerbottom in a GTA 5 roleplay stream, where I play a 61-year-old widower 87 times over. And a lot of shenanigans happen there. More W streams coming soon.
When is it not drunken debauchery with Fran?
When she's working. She was off.
I'm suspicious of that. Yeah. Bill, what do you got going on with the Frog Gods?
This Wednesday we return to the Lost City Barracus. They're getting closer to the end. But that's every other Wednesday. And then I have Dwaro Deep running on opposite Wednesdays. If you want to get in the game, hit me up. I'll get you in.
Yeah, stop all our social sites. Just dropped it in the channel. If you go to BlueMagic, BLUMAGIK.com, you'll find not only 14 years worth of podcasts of games that we have been playing, but you will find all the social links, including to our Discord channel. From there, you can also find Bill's channel on there as well, or at least a link to it. So check that out. Guys, thank you so much for watching us in our shenanigans. I don't know what you would call this. It's stuff. We're doing stuff loosely with Dungeons and Dragons and dice rolling. Yeah. Go us.
And with bowels.
Yeah. Yeah. So until next time, don't shit yourselves. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Too late.
Woo!